Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing immigration in kind of a broad general context, but I thought I'd go ahead and make a video so people understood why I was making this video, or I'd do a preface so people understood why. This is coming in the aftermath of the recent quote-unquote U-turn on the issue of vaccine mandate for travelers coming into Thailand. This is coming on the heels of that. I'm making this video on the heels of that. This article was written before this U-turn occurred, but there's an excerpt here that I think is very interesting. I want to get into it. So it's from an article in the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "New Rules Spook Tourists." Quoting directly, quote, "If the government really wants to protect the public, it should only impose the requirement on tourists from nations which have yet to fully lift their COVID-19 restrictions," they said. So they being tourism operators here in Thailand who were quite upset when this thing was announced. It's now, again, it's been rescinded. There's no vaccination mandate to come into Thailand now. They were talking about it. It was never imposed. Now it's been rescinded. So it never happened. Let's put it that way. But the reason for this, when I first made my video, I was pretty critical of the so-called vaccine mandate, whatever you want to call it, vaccine passports. I was pretty darn critical of it. But I didn't think of one aspect of this, which at the time they said, oh, we got to do this to everybody because we can't be discriminatory if we only do it to if we only impose this on the Chinese. I kind of overlooked this. A friend of mine brought this up, which is immigration discriminates against nationalities daily. That's what they do. I mean, there are policies in place. For example, an American passport holder who enters Thailand enters visa-free. They enter visa-exempt. They just come in on their passport. Somebody from Bangladesh can't do that, or Tanzania or Uganda, or there's other places. There's places here in Southeast Asia that aren't allowed to come into Thailand and just get 30 days on arrival with nothing. I mean, there's multiple jurisdictions that immigration routinely discriminates against. I don't see why it would have been a problem at least conceptually, to say, yeah, we're going to, these nationals have to deal with these entry requirements. Now, I disagree with the whole thing on principle, so I'm not saying that that's what I would have wanted. But it was interesting to me that it was stated that this had to be applied across the board because we didn't want to discriminate, which meanwhile, that's what Thai immigration does every minute of every day. They're discriminating against letting people into the country. They're discriminating in the sense that they're looking at different nationalities, treating them differently because there are different rules and laws pertaining to different nationalities under Thai immigration law. So the notion that Thai immigration, or for that matter, any immigration service, in the United States, there are specific types of visas based on nationality. There are preference categories. There are, what do they call that? The visa numbers, which are handed out by NVC, and nationality can play into that. So again, yeah, discrimination occurs frequently within the immigration systems, not only of Thailand, but of the various countries of the world.